Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, and we've got something special to show you today, and that is the much anticipated release of the RIDEIRON MG750H intelligent heated gloves. These are pretty cool, and with winter just around the corner, these are going to keep your hands toasty throughout that winter period. Let's bring you guys closer and show you the specs on these gloves. Okay folks, RIDEIRON, they're continually improving their product portfolio of excellent motorcycle gear. And as you guys know, I'll only promote something if it's something I'll wear and use on my rides out. If it's worthy, it gets a review. And this, guys, is a decent review. After using these on my last two rides, I can safely say that these will keep your hands toasty. So let's have a closer look. Okay folks, so why are these called intelligent heated gloves when all the others are just a standard heated gloves? And the reason being is they have an intelligent heat setting. Let me show you. So to switch these gloves on, you hold the button down for about 2 seconds and you can see we've got the red setting on there, which is the high heat setting. Press it again, we've got the medium green setting. Press it again, you've got the blue setting, which is the low setting. Okay, so you're going to get the longer battery life out of that, but we'll get to that in a bit. If you go back to the red and you do 2 quick presses, you can see now it starts to glow. So the orange setting there is the intelligent heat setting. And what that means is it works on the ambient temperature. So if you're riding and it's 8 degrees Celsius, okay, so the gloves are going to heat to an ambient temperature to keep your hands warm. And say that temperature then drops down to about 4 Celsius on your ride, the gloves will heat up to keep your hands at that constant temperature. So what that does is it enables the battery saving mode almost, but also keeps your hands toasty at the same time, because what it's doing is it's not on the high heat setting all the time. So it's not running your battery down. So there's fluctuations in temperatures as you're riding. If you stop, obviously you're not going to get the wind factor, so the wind chill on the bike obviously cools down probably approximately say 10 degrees, correct me if I'm wrong. But if that's the case, then when you stop riding for any moment in time, then the temperature around the glove is not going to be as cold. Okay, so what that'll do then, it's saving the battery by not pumping that heat out all the time. So that is the intelligent part of it. Okay, so about the RIDEIRON batteries, I love the way they do this, and not a lot of them do. You should all take note, is that you can see here that they are charged via a USB-C. So everyone's got a USB-C now. Even Apple are going to USB-C because they've realised that Android got it right. For all you Apple users out there, you probably disagree with me. So here is the battery. I think it's 7.5. You can see there, batteries. So these are readily available as well. So if you want to buy spares off them or anywhere, they use the standard charger, which most of them use now, which is this pointer to plug into them. Some of them do charge off that as well, obviously. But you can charge, again, readily from USB-C. That is so, so handy. So if you're on tour, whatever, you can always use a power bank, or if you're in a hotel, just charge them straight off that. Saves all the messing with taking a big plug with you. Okay, so we're going to switch the gloves on. There you go. I'm going to do a temperature reading and then go through what they state should be the required temperatures for these gloves. Okay, so I got my little handy thermometer multimeter. We're going to set that on the thermometer. So you can clearly see I've had the heating on in the garage, so it's already about 61, 63 degrees in here, about 15 degrees Celsius. So we're going to pop this inside the glove. So you can see the temperature is rising up now, and within seconds you feel the heat of these gloves. Honestly, within 3 to 5 seconds you do feel the temperature on these. So just while the thermometer is doing its job, I'll just put this on there and you can see, let me just fold that up so you can see what's going on. So you can see here, let's move this over, that on the red, you should be looking at around 55 degrees, 131 degrees Fahrenheit. And for the green, 50 degrees Celsius, 122 Fahrenheit. For the blue, for the low setting, 45 degrees to 113 Fahrenheit. And the intelligence setting is between 45 and 55. And it shows you the times here as well for what you should expect out of these gloves. So the ambient temperatures between 3 and 3.5 hours on the red setting at 0 to 15 degrees Celsius, and the lower the temperature gets, -20 to -10, you could expect 2 to 2.5 hours of heat. And obviously that's due to battery life in the cold. So I would say on average there, you're looking between, on the low setting, 4 and 4.5 hours of heat. I personally can review these to around 4 hours, 3.5 to 4 hours on the setting I use on the intelligent heated mode while I was in the lakes the other week. So not a bad time scale really, but I always recommend keeping a spare set of batteries charged just to save you the hassle if you're out on a ride. Okay, so after a few minutes testing, I think it's true to say I'm going to max out around 120 Fahrenheit, which is plenty heat to keep your hands warm. Never go over the manufacturer's specs. It's a few degrees under, but that is still nice and toasty. So there you go. From the horse's mouth, through the thermometer, it doesn't lie. So I've got about 118, 120 average from the gloves on the high heat setting.